Let's see. Looking for some automatic transmission fluid for this Integra. Damn, this is expensive. 40 bucks is crazy. Honda Acura. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to today's video. In today's video, we're actually gonna be taking some time and deep cleaning this Integra.
Shut up! Shut the hell up!
You shut the hell up. Bro, how would you come out here and help me?
Shut up!
How would you come out here and help me?
Shut the hell up!
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Shut up!
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie. As you guys seen in the last video, we ended up going all the way to Lake Havasu and picking up this really clean, all original Acura Integra. This one's a 91, it's a GS. This one is an automatic. I really don't mind. This thing's all original. It has 198,000 miles, which if y'all didn't know, my Integra when I got it, had like 300,000 on it already. So this one, you know, it's not low mileage, but it's also not super high mileage. It's definitely a gem. Everything is there, everything works. Even the rear antenna works. Like, come on now. Like, to add onto it all, the interior is absolutely mint. I mean, I will say it does need to be cleaned up. It does need a little bit of love. There's one tear in all of the interior, and it's right here. It also has this cool little armrest piece here, which honestly, I don't know if it's common with the automatics or something, dude. I've never seen it before. The interior definitely needs some detailing, as well as the engine bay. So we're gonna go ahead and deep clean this thing. This thing even has the stock air box. Like, come on now, like that in itself is rare. Like I've been searching for one of those boxes for my Integra for so long. So it's like, you know, it's just one thing after another. Everything's just lining up to be this being the perfect car. So when I went to go pick this thing up, or when I first had it in mind, I'm thinking to myself, I want a fully complete OEM, all original Acura Integra, so I can use all the parts to go into this DA. Because as you guys know, Creamy has never really been a driver like that. You guys always want to tell me, oh, it's just a lawn ornament, a lawn ornament, or whatever y'all want to call it. The reason why it's like that is because, dude, it's hot as hell. There's no air conditioning in that thing. Only time it's good to drive is during the winter, and even then, bro, this thing just drives like crap. The whole goal with this thing was to pick this thing up and use this thing for all of its parts. I really just want to get this thing driving, running good, but based off of how clean this thing really is and such little body damage this thing does have, it's gonna kind of be hard to take this one apart because it is all original, it is OEM, it is clean title, everything about it is just perfect. The only thing that it is missing that I'm kind of upset about is the center cap. So I do need to find some of those center caps, so if anybody has some of those, definitely hit me up. Another thing that I really want to get for it is, of course, the OEM glass headlights. Like, these aftermarket headlights, never really have been a fan of them. I do need to take the front end apart because he did just slap the bumper on. Like, some of the brackets are on backwards, the headlights aren't popped in correctly. Let's go ahead and start getting this thing all cleaned up and washed up because, oh man, I'm so excited to see how this thing's gonna turn out. So it's definitely taking a lot of time to get this thing like really clean. I don't even know whether or not I'll finish 100% today. I mean, it's still not perfect by any means, but like everything like in here was all black, but I made sure to get it all cleaned up. This whole area was all kind of like really greased up. The engine bay and the hood, can't tell if you guys can notice it or not, but it most definitely is a lot more shiny, has a lot less road grime and stuff on it. Basically, that's what I'm gonna do in all the wheel wells. I'm probably not gonna show you guys every single little bit of it, but you guys definitely get the point. The main goal today is to get this thing 100% cleaned up. I still have to do the interior, and I still have to actually buff the paint and everything like that. So I'm gonna try to put a little bit more of a pep in my step, get this thing 100% done. Right now I'm gonna, while I have the front jacked up, I'm going to drop the transmission oil, like empty it out completely before I lower it, so I don't have to jack this thing back up again. It's only 4:30 right now, and I've been doing it. I've been out here working on it for a few hours now. It's definitely gonna be worth it. I'm gonna just keep working on this, and I'll update you guys in a little bit. Camera died, but basically almost done draining this thing out. This transmission, it don't seem like it had enough fluid at all. Alright, so I got all 4 corners done. Basically put all the wheels off, clean all the wheel wells and also the rims themselves. You guys let me know in the comments down below what do you guys think. I'm kind of thinking about running a smaller profile tire. Not too much smaller, but a little bit smaller profile tire. Maybe a spacer to get rid of the gap here. Lower it. Thinking about just closing the wheel gap, that's it. Not trying to slam it, nothing like that. I'm not 100% set on this idea. I really like the suspension that's on this, just because it's stock and it kind of has that boaty feeling to it. I know you guys know how that kind of feeling is. I don't want it to be too stiff. Or if I put some MXRs on it, I know that I'll like the ride of it, because based off of putting the MXRs on the DC Integra, it feels really nice and it closed the wheel gap, so it does look good. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Like I said, you guys let me know down below what you think. I want to go ahead and start getting into the actual transmission part of this. So what I'm wanting to do is fill up the transmission with brand new fluid. You know, I'm just trying to figure out whether it was just low on fluid. I do have extra shift solenoids in the backyard, so worst case scenario, I could switch out the shift solenoids. All right, let's go ahead and top this thing off. Not 100%, but at least put a lot of fluid in there, because we did just drain it all the way dry. Before we start this thing, we want to make sure there's some type of fluid in there. All right, let's go ahead and let this thing get to operating temp, and then start shifting to the gears. This thing idles really, really well. I am going to end up doing a service soon. I'll probably do new spark plug wires, new spark plugs, but overall this thing is super healthy. Like, I'm so happy with this car so far. All right, so I did a little bit of testing and stuff on the car. I ended up getting the transmission bled the rest of the way, and then I went to go and put it into gear. It did shift fine and everything like that, good, but after a while of switching between gears, like after switching through them, it decided that it did not like going into gear no more, so it just was acting as if it was just in neutral. Alright guys, so I decided no longer to really worry about detailing process of the car and kind of get to what's mostly important, and that's getting this thing drivable. So I did drop the automatic transmission, as you see here. I decided just to pull the damn thing out, get this thing manual swapped. So here I have the pedal assembly, transmission, shift linkage. There's a subframe. I took it out of the car. Only thing I don't have is the clutch and flywheel, and then all the hardware for it. I was walking around the backyard just trying to see if I could find something, and lo and behold, I found the swap out of one of the other Integras that we've had at some point. We pulled the whole swap out, and it's just been sitting on the porch. And then I noticed it has a transmission, it has the mount, it has just about everything that I need. but it does have a clutch and stuff in there. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and pull these apart and check and see if this clutch is any good. I was told that it was a competition clutch, so I mean, shoot, that would be dope. But if not, if it's not in great condition, then I'll just you know, go and order a brand new one. So that's definitely not a competition clutch, and it definitely is a stock style flywheel. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and pull this off, and you know, I mean, it doesn't look like it's too worn out, but it would be nice just to get a brand new one so I don't have to pull it out again. So I'm gonna go ahead and just have that as my game plan, just to get another one. But I did need all the hardware and everything to actually bolt this flywheel up to the crank, and then bolt the flex plate. God damn, work around too many automatic transmissions now. Definitely not no competition clutch.
Stock clutch?
Stock clutch.
That guy lied to me.
He lied to us, man. Should have never bought that damn car.
He gave it to us for free.
God damn it. Alright, so we got all the bolts and everything out. Just gotta pop this flywheel off, put the transmission back on this cart with the engine, and push this damn thing back out there. I want nothing to do with any of this. I'm kind of thinking that the engine is currently being held up by the flywheel, so we'll see. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, good to go. Alright, so let's just take this flex plate off. Little baby ass flex plate. God, these things are funny looking. Okay, so the hardware is definitely different for anybody ever curious. I mean, obviously this has been a known fact for a long time, but I just wanted to confirm it 100%. But the bolt size overall is a lot shorter. I was thinking maybe they put this little spacer in there just to like kind of allow you to use like the same bolt all the way around, but no. Definitely not the case. On the right hand side is the flex plate bolt, and this is the flywheel bolt. On the left side and right side is flex plate. Same head overall, same size, same thread pitch, just overall different length. So after we run to the auto parts store, we should be able to start getting this thing all put together. Hopefully we get everything that we need, right?
Yeah, and you get the hell out of my way so I can put my boat there.
Oh, please do, so I can put my Integra there.
No, so I can put my Blazer there.
God, can I put my... Okay.
This is common right here. This is what we do. We fight over the shady spot, you know?
Yeah, because the shady spot's the best spot.
Yeah.
Soon, we'll get a shade back there.
Yeah, we need to build shade back
Soon,
there for sure.
For sure. Shade and a lift. Shade and a lift.
And a cooler.
And a freaking cooler, bigger than that one.
Hey,
Hey.
size don't matter.
Hey, look, did you see these? Yeah. You see the size difference in the bolts?
Is that flex plate?
Flex plate, flywheel.
Nice.
Yeah, so definitely different. So I'm glad I have the correct hardware. All right, I'm gonna go pull this transmission out from underneath this thing. Yeah, buddy. All right, guys, so we're gonna get ready to go to the auto parts store. I have the axles here. I do want to warranty them out because of the fact that both the boots are ripped and has no, you know, yeah, that's basically all I need to explain. But they're hot as hell from sitting in the sun, so I got a rag. You having fun? Are you recording me?
Now I am.
You're recording me, recording you, recording each other, recording videos for the DBFam?
Yeah.
Hi, DBFam.
Yeah, Braven's working on auto to manual swapping, and I'm working on boat seats.
Yeah, simply see who's making a better video, guys.
Yeah, of course, everybody's
Even though my video's gonna be crappier.
Even though in real life, putting seats inside of the boat is a lot more fun than doing that auto to manual swap.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got shade and I got sun.
As far as video, I'm sure all the Honda boys are gonna most certainly enjoy your video more.
Yeah, I think so too.
Every time I post a video on the boat, it gets on my app, it gets fewer regular viewers of the channel.
God damn.
Watch this video.
Tragic,
I'm
man.
Like, I don't give a shit, bro. I'm having fun with my boat. You can kiss my ass.
No, for real. Where's the keys at? You hung them back up, huh? Yeah, so I have a parts list I got to get from O'Reilly's and AutoZone. Well, I mean, I'll try to go to just one, but it's going to be pretty difficult. Especially just expecting them to have it all in stock. So, I just have a parts list. And clutch and axles are definitely on the list, but then there's a few other things we need to get. And I'm taking the Integra because the Yukon's AC went out again. This is the 4th time that my AC has went out on that damn thing. Straight. Like, I mean, it was good for a while, and then it just went and gave out. So there's got to be some type of underlining issue that I just haven't quite figured out yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and head to O'Reilly's first, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we got a new clutch, throwout bearing, pilot bearing, pressure plate, etc. So we got everything that we need for that. Got a full oil change, got the clutch cable. If you guys did not know, they actually do sell the clutch cable brand new still. And then oil filter, etc. So now we just gotta go get those axles swapped out, get a few other little parts, and be good to go. All right, AutoZone trip done. 2 brand new axles. Check. And then also, sorry, I gotta clean my hands up. I got axles. I got Syncro mesh, transmission fluid, and then axle seals, just to replace them, because I know that transmission's been sitting on the shelf for a while, so might as well replace everything while we're here. I basically got everything that I would need to kind of just get the thing put all the way back together. There is some other stuff that I might need to pick up, but I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna go overboard on like picking up way too much parts all at once, because I could always just come right back up the street. But basically the only thing else that I would need is like the coolant and all that kind of other little small stuff. But for now, just to get the transmission in, I don't need anything else in specific. So we're just gonna go ahead and go home and start the process of putting this thing back together finally. All right, let's get to it. It's crazy, I didn't know that AutoZone actually carried these, but I was told by one of you guys that they do. So this is the clutch cable for the Integra. So basically, because they, ow, fuck, it just came down and smacked me in the wing. Anyways, because they stretch after a while, they still sell them. So, I mean, that's pretty dope. I mean, this was only like 45 bucks. So if anyone ever is looking for it, they do sell them. And the part number is CA-660. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so basically got everything we need to go ahead and put this thing back together. First things first, I want to clean up this flywheel. I was gonna try to just get a new flywheel, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. I mean, this thing is freaking heavy and beefy. I should have just got a lightened flywheel, but there's no reason for me to go and do the most. It is a stock car, and I'm gonna keep it like a stock car for a while. I don't really plan on doing anything crazy to it at the moment, so there's no reason to go and spend a crap ton of money on something like that right now. So go ahead and clean this thing up. I got to change out the pilot bearing in the center there, so we'll do that as well while we're at it. Just clean up this surface with some Scotch-Brite, and then yeah, we'll be good to go. Brand new. All right, got the flywheel all cleaned up, ready to go. I have no blue Loctite. I was gonna buy some when I went to O'Reilly's or AutoZone, but they were like 30 bucks a freaking bottle, and the bottle's like this big. I'm like, excuse me, no. I'm gonna order that on Amazon if anything. Ready to go, boys. All right, that's gonna go on like this. Put this sucker in there. All right, now it's ready to go in. All right, the clutch is now installed. I'm just gonna go through and torque it. I'm not gonna bore you guys with showing you guys that part of it, but it's official, guys. This thing officially has a clutch on it, which means it's about halfway there to being a manual car. Me personally, I'd buy a car whether it's an automatic or manual. I mean, as you guys can tell from past experiences, I mean, that Prelude I bought was an automatic. This Integra I bought is automatic. There's many of my other cars I've bought that are older Hondas and stuff that have all been automatic. I mean, this is my first time ever actually going through and manual swapping a car, because normally I don't keep a car long enough to do that kind of stuff. But with this car having the problems that it does, that it had with the transmission slipping and stuff like that, it's about time that I finally did it 100% by myself. So yep, so now officially the car is going to be manual, and we just upped the value of it. So let's get to it. All right, we went ahead and pulled the transmission in here so we don't have to work in the heat. Well, I mean, it's still hot, but just not right in the direct sun. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and pull this speed sensor out, because I don't need this one. I have the other one still on the car. So take this one off. I'm going to change out the axle seals on both sides, and then I also have a new throttle bearing to throw in here as well. So we have a little task list. Let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so I just went ahead and cleaned it. I cleaned the subframe over there as well, because it was full kicked up on grease and stuff from the other transmission. This transmission's cleaned up and ready to go now. I got all the areas where the seals go into all cleaned up. Basically ready to put new seals on, put the new throttle bearing on, and then the transmission is ready to go on.
I wouldn't have done it that way.
I took the shaft out and freaking put lithium grease all on it.
What shaft?
You gotta take this out.
Oh, yeah.
Put lithium grease in it and everything.
Yeah.
Almost didn't even need a hyperlapse.
No,
It went so fast. The hyperlapse clip is gonna be 1001, 1002.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
There she blows.
She's officially a manual.
Gang shit.
Hell yeah. Go through and put these bolts in real quick. Alright, so currently I got the starter in, the mount, well, part of the mount. This is just the bottom half of the mount in. What else did I do? I bolted the transmission all the way in. The T-bracket is all the way in. There's only a few other things that really need to be done. I need to go to the parts store and stop at a Home Depot or something like that, and I need to get washers and stuff, because the difference between the manual and from right here for the manual and automatic is these holes are actually up a lot higher. So what I'm gonna do is just run washers just to make sure that the engine actually sits up straight. Right now it's sitting up a little bit too high, but I'm probably gonna have to run washers. So I'm gonna get them out, and I'm gonna get washers, and then probably get some extra hardware and stuff, make sure everything's good. All right, so I just made it back home with the mount, and the mount is currently in. So I'm gonna explain to you exactly what I did. In order to actually run a auto to manual swap inside of an originally an automatic car, you have to have a certain mount. Basically the mount is going to just be taller, because this bolt here is a lot higher up than on the manual cars. So what I did was stock mount for a manual and stock plate for a manual, just ran washers in between there with some longer bolts. So if you see there, it is kind of gapped like that. But what you can do is, instead of just doing that many washers in one spot, you could put some washers underneath this plate too, to slowly lift it up. So basically the point is to do that so that the engine isn't sitting awkward. At the moment the engine's pretty flush. I mean, it's probably slightly up like this, probably slightly upwards on this direction, but it's not horrible, not as bad as it would be. Quiet on set. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, yeah, so that mount is in. Now it's time to go ahead and throw the axles back in the car, get the front suspension all bolted back together. The sun has finally exited where I could actually enjoy working on the car, so you know, not too shabby. So what I'm gonna do is just get the rest of this stuff on the outside done. I gotta do axles. Well, actually, before I do axles, I gotta put the subframe back in, torsion bar, whatever, or traction bar. Put the traction bar back in. All right, I got the suspension. all in the front and everything all done. It did get dark, so it's a little more tough to record, but for a checklist of things that we have to do left that are like crucial: installing the pedal assembly, drilling the hole in the firewall for the clutch cable, and then we need to run the shift linkage. There's still a lot. I might have to work on some of it tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get a lot of it done tonight though. At the moment, I have these shift linkages out, and I need to figure out which one's going to work best for the application. So this one, I'm going to use this piece here because I don't have any other ones like this, and this is from a DA. So we're going to use this one. I need to find one of these. On top of that, I got to drop the exhaust, get rid of the heat shield that's under there, and through bolt it. I have new bushings and everything for the shift linkage. I don't have a shift boot or a shift knob. And I want the stock style ones, but we'll see what we can do on that. Other than that, inside the engine bay, we need to put the distributor on, intake on, battery box back in, battery, and then radiator. Alright, so as of right now, I am cleaning up. Gonna call it a night for now. There is just a quick list of things that I gotta do for tomorrow. I'm hoping to get them done pretty early in the morning, so I have time to possibly get the air conditioning going too if I get this thing running. Good morning, guys. It's currently the next day. Do have a task list that we still have to get done today before this thing is complete and ready to go on the road again. So I wrote up a little list for myself. I got to do the shift linkage, clutch cable, pedal assembly, trans fluid, and then I'm going to start it up and test it before I completely button everything up, just to make sure everything's working great. And then I'll add the radiator and fans, do an oil change and valve cover gasket. So we're going to start off just getting the old pedal assembly out. Currently it is the automatic pedal assembly. I got the old shifter out, so that's no issue. I'm going to go ahead and move all these screws real quick. So to come in here and pull this pedal assembly out, and then make room and get some markings and stuff to see exactly how it is I'm going to drill this hole for the clutch cable. All right, a little bit of time has passed. I got the steering column out. I got the pedal assembly out. And then I also had to remove the ducts going from this direction, from the center to the driver's side of the vehicle. There was a bolt here. I got the bolts out, no problem, without taking everything out, but actually pulling the assembly out with the brake booster still in the car, I was gonna have to pull everything out anyways. So you know what, I'd rather just take the time and take it all out and put it back in instead of struggling the whole time just with that stuff in my way. So got the column out, automatic pedal assembly. Now what I need to do is take the other pedal assembly. They should have designed it to where this bolts in separately, to where you could just bolt this piece in there, so that you never have to actually take that out. You could just bolt these, just take this one and bolt it in there. That would have been dope, but they didn't do that. So now it's time to go and install this other one. I need a mark for a hole to where this comes out, and drill a hole in the firewall. So it's not as sunny today. It's really cloudy, but dude, it's so humid. Oh my god, dude, I'm so sticky and freaking gross. Arizona, it's either hot and dry heat, or it's humid heat. Can't wait for winter time. This flat surface right here on the firewall is actually where the clutch cable comes out. So basically what I have to do is drill a hole to where this grommet fits in there. So that's a pretty big hole. I got the hole drilled. I just got to clean it up a little bit. I think that's gonna work perfectly, but before I clean it up and do the most, I'm gonna go ahead and put this pedal assembly in where it goes and make sure that this hole lines up perfectly with the other hole. I did put the swamp cooler right there just to get the airflow, and it's 1,000 times better in here. So much easier to work. All right, so I got the clutch cable ran through the bracket and also the fork. It needs to be adjusted, of course, so adjusting will come. But how the cable ran, basically just need to push it through the hole and attach it to the pedal assembly. So I'll show you the pedal assembly right now. I got most of it mocked up and bolted together and stuff. Basically almost ready to go. So I got the pedal assembly all bolted up and got all the, so I got the brake and the gas connected. I just need to connect the clutch pedal now. And then I could start putting the column and everything back in. It's 1,000 times better with this cooler in here now too. But it definitely is still hot as balls. Okay, pedal assembly's in and put the AC ducts back in now too. Basically ready to put the column in. So I just want to give you guys a quick update on that. But yeah, so it's really difficult to record it all. And it's really not all that in-depth and important. Up next, whenever we do go to do the shift linkage, I'll do a better job of recording that. We have to actually through bolt it, so the bolts are gonna have to go all the way through. But we have to get rid of that dust shield that's right there, because it is in the way. All right, got the full steering column in, complete, and also pedal assembly, everything. So basically all I have to do now is just put the plastics in. That's basically it for the interior, other than needing to move on now to the shift linkage. So I have to get down there and remove all the extra stuff and make sure I don't have to make this hole a little bit larger. I'm pretty sure I might have to make it just a little bit larger. I don't remember 100%, but I mean, I'll figure it out as soon as I get to it. This interior really needs a deep clean, as you can see, all in there and everything. I'm gonna end up deep cleaning it soon, especially after doing all this work. This is a pile of stuff that I don't need no more. That's all automatic stuff, and then all tools. But yeah, so now we're going to move on to doing the shift linkage part. Clutch cable, check. Pedal assembly, check. Okay, now shift linkage. So this is what I'm looking at right here. As you see, the exhaust is a stock exhaust, goes, and then you see the heat shield right above it. Well, there's no opening, and in the front it's closed off too. I have to move this little bracket out the way because that was from the automatic. All right, so I decided just to cut from right past the hole this way, so this much here off, because that part was gonna get in the way for the shift linkage.
Whoa, whoa, watch your fingers there, buddy. No, we got clamps. We have a vise now. Why aren't you using the vise? Oh, because we got to clamp the vise down? What the hell? Watch your eyes, man. Watch your eyes.
I got the safety squints on.
Safety squints? Oh, yeah, that's already way too big.
No.
Yeah. So Braven's putting the shift linkage in and that little metal bracket that goes on the bottom of the rubber, you know, he doesn't have one of those, so fabricated one up really quick out of aluminum, I see. See, I told you it was too small.
What the
Keep
heck?
going. Oh yeah, there it is. Waller her out a little bit. Oh Jesus.
Here's the wrench.
Where?
Over here.
Oh, I thought you were gonna hand it to me through the hole.
Can you hold it real quick so I can take these nuts off and put this bracket in?
So you're relying on me for this not to hit you in the face?
Yep.
Mm.
No, I'm talking about holding the bolt.
Oh, damn it. Alright. Your socket not long enough or what?
No, it's not long enough.
Do you want to trade?
No, it's okay. It's good right here.
What the
It's
hell?
tight.
Alright. It still does side to side. You gotta put a bitch pin in it.
Yeah, I have to put the bitch in. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah, whatever. Damn, bro. Look, this thing got a shifter in it and a freaking clutch. But can I push the clutch?
Yeah, it needs to be adjusted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does. How much you say? You just up the value of the car? Like $2 grand?
Shit, 4.
You just made it worth $2,000 more
Yeah, well, it was worth like.
by putting like $300 worth of parts in it.
Yes, sir.
Well, I guess not 300. Shit. The B-series transmissions, whether they're hydro or cable nowadays, are stupid ass expensive. Just so you guys know, Braven is most certainly using my transmission.
I'm using all of your parts.
Oh yeah, my transmission. You warrantied out my clutch, and what else is mine? Oh, not the pedal assembly. That was from Marcus's car. but basically mine for storage fees. Anyhow, I gotta get back to my video, you son of a bitch.
Alright, so I was just thinking right now that I'm gonna need an ECU for this thing, because I mean, I wanted to start it up. I want to put transmission fluid in it, start it up while it's still on the jack stands, and cycle through all the gears, make sure everything's good on it. I just, you know, I was crossing my mind. I was like, you know what, this thing's not gonna start unless I have an ECU. Well, I still have a PR4 ECU. I actually have a few of these. We're gonna go ahead and slap this ECU in right now, get it out of the way, because the ECU that's in there currently is an auto trans ECU. That's interesting. This one's a PR4 as well. 37820 PR4 A10. This is a L60. So we'll see what the difference is real quick. Okay, after doing a little bit of research, I can't figure out what the difference is between the two ECUs. At least I'm not trying to sit there and read throughout forums all day long. But they did say that you can use a auto trans ECU, whatever, on a manual. The only difference is you'll have a check engine light. So now, I'm pretty sure this is a manual ECU, the PR4-A10. I'm pretty sure it's a manual ECU. So what I'm gonna do is just switch it over anyways. If for any reason I have any type of problems, I could always throw that one back in there. I would rather not have a check engine light, but we'll see what the difference is. It really doesn't matter to me either way. They said it doesn't mess with performance of the vehicle at all. So I mean, whatever. I'm already here. Might as well swap the ECU over and just go from there. So if you guys have any information on the difference between a PR4 A10 and a PR4 L60, go ahead and throw it in the comments down below if you guys have any type of information on these two. I would really like to know for future reference what the difference is. I don't know if it's just a stamping or just like a difference of the year or something like that. But if you guys have any info, go ahead and let me know. All right, ECU is in the car. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull this speed sensor out real quick. Pull the speed sensor back off of the transmission so I can fill up the transmission with fluids, and then go ahead and put the distributor on, and then give this thing a crank over and get this thing ready to test the transmission out, make sure everything's good. I had to adjust the cable, so that's pretty crucial, but we will deal with that as well at the same time. All right, now that this thing runs, we're gonna go ahead and finish buttoning up all the small stuff. I did find a brittle line right here, so I did just replace that. It's a coolant line going to the valve body, not the valve body, the throttle body. I mean, I know I could bypass it, but whatever, it doesn't really matter right now. I can do that kind of stuff in the future. For now, just get this thing back to running how it would run 100% stock. So up next, I'm gonna throw the radiator in, connect all the lines for the radiator, and then throw the air box and the battery tray back in. So got a little bit of stuff to do. I also got this this bracket here to hold the line, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on as well. I don't know exactly how it goes or where it goes, but we're gonna figure it out. I don't even think it's the right one, but I'm gonna make it work. All right, so now that the engine bay is all put together, basically now we just have to do an oil change. I was too lazy to take out the sticks, so they get a very large.
I want them to see my roof.
It needs to be redone.
Yeah. Every time we have a storm, more pieces end up on the ground. Going to Home Depot.
All right, have fun. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do an oil change while it's up in the air. I got all brand new oil and a filter and everything for it. I also got a valve cover gasket, but I'm gonna wait because I want to get the paint to re-wrinkle black it, or even send it out to get powder coated and stuff. So as of right now, I'm not gonna put that gasket on, but I'm gonna go ahead and do an oil change because it definitely needs one, and we might as well do it while it's in the air. And then we're going to drop this thing and pull this thing out of the backyard. Finally, this thing no longer has to sit. You know what I mean? It's only been like a week it's been sitting. But anyways, oh, I also have to put coolant. So after I do oil change, I'll put coolant and then let it get to operating temp and everything like that. So yep, let's get to it. I gotta adjust this clutch pedal or this cable. Shift's a little rough. Alright, so now that the Integra is running, I gotta clean off this back patio so my dad doesn't give me a hard time on it. It just has a bunch of disgustingness from all of the above while working on the Integra. So we're gonna go ahead and pressure wash this thing, pressure wash the driveway off real quick, and then go ahead and do a walk around on the Integra. What's up, guys? So it's currently the next day. I didn't end up getting to go over the car or give you guys a good outro for the video, so we're gonna do that right now. Basically, the car isn't 100% yet. We still have some more work to do to it, especially get this thing daily drivable. We do have it out front, looking pretty with the trash blown over here by the neighbors. Lovely. But anyways, yeah, I can't wait to actually get that thing on the road. It's so freaking comfortable. Freaking love the thing. I just need to get the AC going. It's way too hot here to drive without AC. So I just want to say a huge shout out to you guys for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below if y'all want to see more Integra content. There's also going to be soon a video on the Colorado. The Colorado is soon going to be coming out again. So stay tuned on that. About ready to jump over and start making another video on that currently. We got some stuff cooking up and getting ready to be going on. You know what I mean? So huge shout out to you guys watching today's video. Peace out, and I'll see you on the next one.